right, now we're really doing this. Say something.
Hey, we're recording.
It's actually happening.
It's all right.
That's the worst. Never heard. I'd like to include some of that bad audio at the beginning.
Oh, absolutely. Give them context.
Or maybe throw it in at the end.
People
as a
always
little
go, this
bonus.
sounds bad. It's like, wait till you hear the part where we're talking about Army Hammer. Where there's just...
I'd say throw the bad audio part at the end.
Yeah.
Do a little musical break.
Oh, yeah.
Da-da-da-dee-da-da.
We got a live band, folks.
Thank you for coming to the show.
Hey, everybody. We got a dead
Arrivederci
band.
and goodbye. All right. Hey-oh. Whoa.
Oh, you're doing the thing. Yeah.
I watched a clip earlier.
Classic. Singing and
it.
dancing.
I watched a clip
M.
earlier.
Night, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, look up M. Night Shyamalan dancing.
Look up M. Night Shyamalan dance clips.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if you can get to what we're talking. This will be a fun adventure for you.
Listen, you won't regret it.
No.
I don't think you're gonna feel bad about what you've done.
That's the future. Is you give the AI tricks to look up.
I know.
You're like, what am I talking about, AI? M. Night Shyamalan dancing? I'm gonna start commenting on
I don't know the last
porn
movie I watched.
subreddits and just being like, if I haven't seen all of the Bang Bus, can I just watch an episode?
Can I just pick it up wherever?
Because some of these ladies, I don't want to see them have sex.
Is it like Family Guy?
But I don't want to be lost.
Is it like Family
It's like
Guy?
Family
Can I
Guy.
just pick it up whenever I want and
Yeah.
get it?
Never.
Like, I get it. They hate Meg.
Meg's,
you know,
Meg's
that's
mean.
Meg,
Who the fuck
Meg's
is
mean.
Who the fuck is this chicken?
Who the fuck does he
What's
hate
the
this guy?
background on this chicken?
How the fuck does he hate this guy so much?
I can't. Well, we gotta. Do you have the earlier seasons?
What's up with the monkey?
Oh, there's a monkey in Stewie's closet.
Chris's closet. You fucking moron.
Stewie, that would be weird if
You fucking moron.
that would be weird if a baby was being harassed by a monkey.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
Well, your girlfriend got harassed by a monkey.
Oh, that's the perfect way to get into this episode.
We got there.
We did
We
it.
looped around.
Yeah, I was in Costa Rica, which if you listen to episodes before I went, I was making a lot of jokes about. I said, we're going to meet the president, the top monkey. I said
And
things
then
like...
You faced justice
And
for
then I
your
faced
prods.
justice, which, if you think about it, proves my point. If I'm going over, they're like, how dare you make fun of us for being a monkey-ridden culture?
We're going to send a monkey
Get
to
her.
bite you.
Go bite her. It was funny that they bit. It does show the psychological lengths that the monkey will go to, because they didn't bite me. They were like, Dan doesn't care about physical pain.
Yeah, we're gonna
Psychological.
go. Yeah, we want to hurt his woman.
Yeah.
We want to hurt his pride.
Because he's too stupid that he won't even realize it's serious.
Honestly, Dan would ignore this bite and probably just die.
Yeah, I would just die. I'd be going. I got bit by a monkey.
And
Well,
everyone,
keep me away from the
would be
bananas.
like, you'd be like in a restaurant, like showing it to your waiter, being
Yeah.
like, "I got bit by a monkey," and they're like, "Oh, serioso, hospitality," and you're like, "Ha ha 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 ha!" That's funny.
This guy's doing a bit.
He's saying it's serious, and he's like, "No, no joko,
No joke.
hospitale,
No, well, we did have this one man because
emergencio."
one of the men who ultimately told us to go to the hospital went, "These monkeys are very dirty. They're sick."
Supposed to. Where are the cleanest
I don't know.
monkeys?
My
What
favorite-
country are they going like, no, don't worry, our monkeys are very clean.
No, you're a clean monkey.
There's no way you got rabies. We
got-
bathe
yeah.
our monkeys every week
Yeah.
in this country.
All of these wild monkeys are up to date on their vaccinations.
Here in Puerto Rico,
Yeah. Well, that would be easier because it's an island.
we catch them, we tag them,
Yeah.
do a little clip on the ear.
Costa Rica was like, we've been trying to do this, but Nicaragua will not
Nicaragua will not let
strengthen
us.
the borders. So we
It's
get
it's less of a Nicaragua and more of a Nicaragua won't.
Yeah, what? So
I don't even know what that means.
so in Texas or whatever, they got the border.
Yeah.
Can animals get across?
Can monkeys come here?
I mean, like, so hypothetically, if a Central American country was like, we're gonna build a wall,
Yeah.
are monkeys just fucked? Or are you like letting monkeys
Well,
over?
theoretically, like, I mean, there is like an ecosystem protect, and certain things shouldn't be going over here. Like there's like no fucking like jaguars in America, but there could be.
There could be.
If we hadn't built that beautiful
If
wall.
we didn't build that beautiful wall.
That beautiful, beautiful wall.
No, man, the monkey, the mantle, the monkeys were sick.
Yeah.
And I thought, I was like, bad time, man. I know these monkeys are fucking sick, but we got bit by one, dude. I was like, don't just come up and be like, someone got shot, you wouldn't come and be like, dude, guns are boss.
Guns are awesome.
Like, I know monkeys are sick, dude, but chill the fuck out.
I'm suffering from a stab wound. Stop showing me your fucking butterfly
Yeah,
knife
I got a
tricks.
cool knife trick. Yeah.
Bro,
Yo.
take me to the hospital.
Yo, these monkeys are sick. No, these are they're dirty.
Well, once again,
Which
I
is-
don't think there's a clean monkey in the
but
world.
also it's like, so the options were the monkeys deeper in the jungle, or these monkeys were by like a nature preserve where like people are all the time.
Yeah.
And it's funny that just means humans are sick.
Yeah, humans are very ill.
Which wouldn't I have the immunity to that? If we're worried that these monkeys are sick, they're
This
hanging
is
out
why-
with humans.
This is why you would die of rabies.
Yeah.
This line of questioning
I'm saying
is
all
why
of this
you're
into
dead
Google
from rabies.
Translate. I'm standing in front of a doctor saying all of this into Google Translate.
The doctor is like, I speak English, but I'm gonna let this play out. This
No.
is what a great bit.
Yeah.
Oh, foreigners.
Yeah.
It's a white doctor you're talking to. His name is Frank.
You're in Orlando.
Dude, do you understand you got off the plane?
You
and
did it. This is a layover.
You're foaming at the mouth. Just bite him.
Yeah. The worst part is you don't know if you have rabies until you just die in 1 to 3 months. But also,
So she's still at risk.
well, we have no idea. There's no way to know.
Do you ever feel her nibbling at night?
No, my worry is that
Has she blown you since then? Are you afraid?
I'm afraid.
She's got a great excuse to
I'm
never
gonna look
to
down
not blow
and she's
you.
gonna be like, "Arr!"
Yeah, she's got a great excuse to not suck your dick for the next like 3 months.
Arr.
Like, what if I go rabid and I
What if I
bite your
become
cock
rabid?
off?
No, the
I can't
first step
suck
is
your
you
dick.
become afraid of water.
Like in what way? Like drinking it or being
I don't
near
really
it?
know.
or-
It just says that a lot. You become afraid of water.
Like, does she still wash her hands?
I don't know. But the other day she didn't want to watch.
Does she piss outside?
She didn't want to
Does
watch
she
the
piss
Laguna
out-
Beach, the real OC.
Does she piss outside because the toilet scares
The
her?
toilet scares her. But then she goes outside and I hear her scream because her own piss scares her.
That's water.
Yeah. No, it's the worst part is she's going cold turkey on her Alka-Seltzer addiction.
Does she have a real Alka-Seltzer?
She loves to put it in her mouth and get her to let it foam up. I was like, I know you love doing this. It's like a fun bit, and now you like the sensation of the mouth feel. But can you just like not do this for a few
It's not
months?
funny.
Yeah.
It's actually scary.
Yeah.
Like, can you not do that at 3 a.m. when I'm asleep?
Yeah. Can you not do that when taking out the trash?
And then you come back in, just foam. I was at work and some girl was telling her friend. I overheard them. They were sitting at the bar, and she was telling her
I was
friend.
at the bank and I overheard this guy. His info.
I overheard this monkey. And
no.
no, she was telling her friend, she was like, did you know that Alka-Seltzer only exists for hangovers? And her friend was like, no, it's for like your stomach. It's like, that's what it's for. It does help a hangover, but like, that's not like, that's not its intended purpose.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, they made it just for hangovers.
Well, maybe.
She just like kept insisting.
Well,
on it.
maybe.
And at a certain point, she kept fighting it so hard that at a certain point, I just, while I'm like washing like things in like the 3 compartments thing, I just want to look up and be like, Listen, I will Google it for you. Can you stop? Because there's no way you're right.
No, it might be right. I could see it being invented.
No way.
I could see one guy being like, I'm trying to cure my damn hangover.
All right, I'll fucking do it.
And then he's like, I bet this would be good on if I had a spicy pizza. There's some guy wearing shades like you are right now.
Alka-Seltzer. All right, Alka-Seltzer hangover.
I'm hungover from drinking too much Alka-Seltzer last night.
Can you take Alka-Seltzer for a hangover? These convenient, easy to take, effervescent tablets dissolve in water quickly to deliver fast relief that you can hear, see, and feel working. I don't know. How do you...
You don't know how to Google the question. You don't know what it means to feel something working.
I don't know how to...
You never touched a carpenter's arm?
I don't know how to hear it working.
Because it goes...
I know, but... all right. Alka-Seltzer invent Alka-Seltzer. Alka-Seltzer.
It was Alka-Seltzer gum discontinued.
It was developed by head chemist Maurice Trenner. All right, Maurice, that's gender neutral.
Maurice,
I'm going to say
that sounds like a drunk.
I'd like to meet this Maurice.
Maurice Trenner. I hardly know her.
It's marketed for relief of minor aches, pains, inflammation, fever, headache, heartburn, stomach, indigestion, acid reflux, and hangovers.
Yeah, but what was it invented?
While neutralizing excess stomach acid. It launched in 1931 and has since landed on Jupiter.
Oh my god. I like this one. Its sister product, Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Is that their sassy, fat sister?
Why? If it's a sister product, why? It's not like have fries or their sister product, large fries.
Oh, it's only got 3 ingredients.
Alka.
Aspirin. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem fair. Oh, aspirin is a thing.
Really?
Huh.
Wow.
It's known. It used to treat Kawasaki disease, which is,
God.
I guess, people who ride motorcycles take that before they take off.
If you click on Kawasaki disease, it just takes you to the common flu, and then an article that says Harry Truman gave it a bad brand. It was like the Chinese virus.
Hey, Harry Truman and Trump, way more in common than the first letters of their names.
Yeah.
They got a lot in common.
They were like, he's like, the Wuhan flu. And then Truman was out there. He's like...
A Kawasaki disease.
Kawasaki disease coming over here. Oh, this guy sounds cool. He sounds like he was probably drunk.
I want to...
Did you click on the Wikipedia for Kawasaki disease?
No, I did not.
The photo is just a person sticking their tongue out.
I'm looking for Maurice Tren's fucking
Maurice
Wikipedia page.
Drunk. Was he a drunk?
Maurice. Buster Keaton appeared along with the animated Speedy Alka-Seltzer figure, which is probably the worst name I've ever heard for anything in my entire life.
I'm the figure. We need a mascot, some sort of figure.
In a series of 1950s commercials based on the product slogan, "Relief is just a swallow away."
Wow.
I like to tell girls that.
Hey, this is depressing. J. Maurice Trenner was born in Cornwall, England, and died and was buried in Elkhart, Indiana.
Oh, that's sad.
That sucks.
That's a real step backwards.
That's terrible. And it's like, he wasn't on vacation. It's not like he died, like one of those kids who were like, I was born in Spain because my dad was there for business when he was pregnant with me.
George Raft starred in the 1969
I love George Raft.
Alka-Seltzer commercial, The Unfinished Lunch. It consisted of Raft incarcerated in a prison lunchroom. He takes a bite of the prison food and recoils. Suddenly, he bangs his cup on the steel table. It ripples throughout the room. This is, well written.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Is it a radio ad? Are you just reading the copy of the radio ad?
He starts intoning, Alka-Seltzer, Alka-Seltzer, Alka-Seltzer. Soon the other hundreds of inmates do the same. The commercial became so popular that several weeks later, Raft appears as a guest on the Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Raft told Carson that it took more than 7 hours to tape this 30-second commercial. Mostly because he was hungover.
Really?
He just needed they improv that one. He just wanted Alka-Seltzer. He's like, I'm fucking hungover, dude. I'm George Raft.
I'm George Raft.
You know how fucking George Raft does shit?
Yeah, dude. We all know and picture George Raft.
Raft was enraged by the end of the day, thus making his inmate portrayal that much more convincing for the final editing. The film crew gave Raft his crumpled tin cup, which he showed to Carson and the audience. Citation needed. Also, citation unneeded. Like, just say it. Who gives a fuck? Who's writing their paper about this? I don't need fucking proof. It doesn't matter if I tell someone that this happened.
Well, this makes sense because on Wikipedia it says Raft said he never regarded himself as an actor. I wanted to be me. So he probably in his mind was like, "Fuck, I'm in prison." This ain't a role. This is George Raft in prison.
George Raft in the clink.
What a bad his photo on Wikipedia is from the trailer. Which it's like, isn't it also from the movie?
Trailer for Invisible Stripes, 1939.
Well, doesn't that just sound like a fake movie, Invisible Stripes?
It does sound fake. None of these movies are real.
He was born in Hell's Kitchen, Manhattan. How long has he been calling it that?
Apparently since
Jesus kicked him out of the fucking...
He worked as an errand boy.
Okay.
Does that just mean he got an allowance?
I'm gonna put that in my Wikipedia page. Early on, Dan Alton babysat. Some, neighbors, cousins.
Eric grew up mowing lawns.
Yeah. After a bristling lawn mowing career.
After a thrilling lawn mowing career, Eric decided to graduate high school.
Yeah. Fed up with the dead-end life of cleaning the dishes for $1 at night for his parents.
Eric embarked on an illustrious career that spanned screen and stage. The 1900 census for New York lists his sister Katie as his parents' only child. Okay. What a weird way to say he has a sister.
You think George Raft is like a great-great-granddaughter who's hot?
I hope fucking so.
I'm Luis Raft. Yo, are you George Raft?
What the fuck is this? All right.
George Raft?
Raft's mother taught him how to dance.
How to float in the water. It's our family business, goddammit.
Raft's mother taught him how to dance, and he danced at outdoor amusement parks and carnivals with his parents. And then just immediately the next sentence, following his baseball career. It's like, well, what the fuck? Following his baseball. Also, this is headed as career as a dancer.
Oh, okay.
So the second sentence in his career as a dancer thing is following his baseball career.
You probably just meant Little League.
He began working as a taxi dancer.
Oh yeah.
In the poor sections of New York.
Well, in the poor sections, you need drive and a show.
At first,
dinner and a show. I can only afford drive and a show. Get that taxi dancer up there.
At first, he struggled financially, but then He won a Charleston competition and was launched professionally. Imagine this is... oh, my God. I wish I was born back then.
Old Hollywood. Well, why? You can't do the Charleston.
I could.
No, you couldn't.
I could if I wanted to.
You'd have even less hope back then.
A taxi dancer is a... oh, okay.
You need to go in whatever era there would be a Wikipedia page where it's like...
retard for pay.
He became a star after smoking too many cigarettes.
He became a star after coughing really hard and throwing up in the morning.
He was discovered leaving a woman's apartment at 11 a.m. looking disheveled.
Did I tell you about when that guy asked me for money when I was in a very disheveled state?
No.
I was driving.
He asked you for money?
And I know, right?
I was about to say, it would make more sense.
Because a lot of people walk up to my car and then walk away.
Yeah.
They look in and they see the sleeping bag in the back and they're like, I'm done. I don't think this guy has any money.
No.
No, I had a can of Sprite that I was using as an ashtray. Because, like, when it's cold, this was a while ago. It was really cold outside. My windows would, like, freeze and they don't open. So I was using that as an ashtray. And then I just kept it there, and then the next day I went to go take like a sip. I had that Sprite there, and then a real Sprite behind it, but I grabbed the wrong one, and I took a big slug, and I gagged, and I did one of like the throw up like through your fingers things. Yeah. And I was driving right by Mag Bar, and I was like, someone definitely saw me. I was like, someone I know probably saw me. Just throwing up all over myself in my car.
You hear someone yell out, "Good catch."
Nice save! And another great save for Sorgel. But I pulled over into the Schellers parking lot, and I got out, and I was like, I'm just gonna just took my shirt off. I was like, I'm almost home. I'll just drive home shirtless. And as I was doing it, this homeless guy came up to me, and he was like, "Hey man, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah man, I'm good, I'm fine." And he's like, "Man, that was embarrassing, man. That must have been embarrassing." And I'm like, "Yeah, it was." He goes, "It's not as embarrassing as what I'm about to ask you. Can I have $1?
Can I have that shirt?
Can I have $1? And I was like,
yeah.
Bro, I am covered in vomit.
Yeah.
I'm not, even if I could hand you $1 right now, do you really want it? Like, my hands are covered in puke.
I don't got it, pal.
Like, do you really want me to put my puke-filled hands in my pocket and hand you a fucking $1?
I have a lot of food in my car, so I'm always giving homeless people food, which they never expect. So I'm always like...
And also don't always want.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is that one time I was like, "Hey, man, here's half a banana."
Well, that's not...
Well, I'd cut it. It was in a saran wrap thing. Because I'd gotten too big of... You ever get too big of bananas?
I've never
You're like, this will be perfect for a phone.
I've never had too big a banana, baby. Know what I'm saying?
Harry's got a criollo. He doesn't even know enough to know that, man.
I don't know what it means.
No, but he then, so I was like, "Hey, you want, like, I got some granola and this other, like, I'm trying to give him all his food, and like little yogurt things." And he's like, "Nah, man, do you have any money?" And it's like, well, I have a car full of food, so I probably don't have money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like the guy clearly living off stuff he stole from a Kroger.
Yeah.
Is also loaded.
Do you want a bunch of olives that I put in my pocket at the olive bar?
Do you want some pickles that I put into a salsa container because it fits better in the cooler? I've got yogurt that the top is bad, but if you dump it out, you can eat the bottom.
And it's fine.
It's good. No, I don't have money.
No. And no, I don't have money, to answer your original question.
If you know George Raft's daughter, I would like to meet her.
If you know Lucille Raft.
He was only 5'7". You could be a movie star at 5. We don't even know this guy's a star.
He's not a star.
All we know is that he got kicked.
Not a star.
He had a bad Alka-Seltzer hat.
Raft became part of the stage act of flamboyant speakeasy and nightclub hostess Texas Gwen Ann at the 300 Club. And he also produced some of her shows.
It would be wild if my girlfriend did die of rabies, and then we're like, yeah, we actually talked about it on a podcast. And then people are like, well, most of it's about George Raft.
Well, this is actually...
the guy who both of you admit to not even really knowing.
There's so many citations needed in this fucking Wikipedia page.
Well, yeah, because all the newspapers burned. I tried to look up J. Maurice Tennier's New York Times obituary.
Oni Madden told Raft that he should be in motion pictures, and Raft decided to try to break into film acting. After being threatened by the husband of a woman he had been seeing, Raft relocated to Hollywood. I fucking love George Raft, actually, now. I'm getting a fucking George Raft tattoo.
Early Hollywood and, like... The early Hollywood and the colonialization of Africa Australia aren't too far apart.
They're really not.
No, it's just people where they're like,
I gotta get out.
Yeah. Either by choice or by force. Just people that are like, you can't be in this area anymore.
New York is done.
You're going to the coast.
Listen, you are going literally as far away as you can get.
You're going.
Drive until you see water and then stop.
You've messed up your life so bad, you gotta go to paradise. Oh, he was in the movie Black Widow.
Wait. Oh, he was in Scarface. He's in a fucking...
He's in all the hits.
He's in a fucking
He's in the
classic
Red
movie.
Skeleton.
He plays second in command Giovanni Ronaldo, who falls in love with Camonto's sister and is murdered by him. Raft's performance is notable for his character's habit of flipping a coin. I would love this guy's life. this all seems so easy.
Flip a coin.
Like, I got too much pussy in New York, so I guess I'm gonna go out to California. I'm gonna be in an iconic film, and like my big thing is I flip a coin.
I flip a coin.
That's my big thing.
Have you ever seen a guy flip a coin? This man invented the wink.
I've looked down.
This
you
guy.
ever jiggle nuts?
He was the first actor to point.
You ever jiggle nuts? That's fun.
No, you mentioned this previously.
You got a bunch of pistachios in your
hand?
hand?
You mentioned this on a previous episode.
Fun.
You really do that?
Oh yeah, all
Don't
the time.
people just think you're jacking off?
Well, it's off to the side.
Don't people just think you like have MS or something?
I finished jerking off, but I was too used to doing the thing, so I just keep doing it off to the side.
Well, they think it's just you and a ghost. It's you and like your invisible...
I'm a gay ghost.
You're beating off your invisible friend as you walk down the boardwalk. This guy beat off too many ghosts. We gotta send him to Hollywood.
He realized he wasn't a good actor.
We don't need more George Raft.
I think we do. Burnett said he realized he wasn't a good actor, which he wasn't.
BFH is fucking rude.
But he knew if he reacted to what other people said, he was effective. I'm not even sure what that means.
That proves that quote that I read where he's like, I'm not an actor, I'm just me.
Just me, yeah. You know what?
He's like, I can't be the guy saying the lines, but I can be the guy responding to the line.
That was the big one. He's talking about Scarface.
He's like, I taught Jerry Seinfeld everything he knows about acting.
That was the big one. People remembered me. I was getting real fan mail by the bushel basket. And even a dumb kid from 10th Avenue could figure out how to translate that into money.
How did he...
I guess he's like peeling the stamps off.
Yeah, what is he doing? He's reselling the paper? What the fuck does that mean?
He's pulping the paper. He started a paper mill.
Is this where Arrested Development came up with the idea of Carl Weathers like trying to make stew? You remember that? You know, when I rewatched that recently, and you know that thing with Carl Weathers where he's like, "Let me give you a tip about act." He's like giving him tips, but they're all just like,
you got a stew going.
You know, but there's one tip. There's one where he goes, "Let me tell you something. I was in this one." He like names some movie. He's like, "I was in this movie, 1980, 1 month shoot. I didn't touch my per diem once." He's like, "I could go to craft services with some bags. That's lunch. Save it for dinner. Save it for breakfast." And it's like, I was laughing, but then I was like, that'd be my advice for someone in comic. If someone's like, how do I become a touring comic? Yeah. I'd be like, you gotta get a cooler.
If Michael Rowland called right now and it was like, what should I do on the set of Animal Control? You say,
get a stew going. No, I'd say take some of that feed from the animals. You make your own bird feeders at home. Do you think Michael Rowland gets the hang? And do you think like, hey, we got renewed for season 2, and he comes back to set and he's like, Ostrich, I haven't seen you in a while.
I haven't seen you in so long.
What have you been up to, Muskrat?
What's up, llama?
Yeah.
You getting loose yet? Ha ha ha! I'm just kidding. I know they keep you in a trailer.
Go watch Animal Control.
Go watch Animal Planet.
Go watch Remote Control on the Animal Planet.
Go watch
with Michael Rowland. Michael Rowland's hosting Remote Control on Animal Planet.
Joel McHale is executive producing.
Max Fine is doing the Jenny McCarthy role or whatever the fuck. She's on a different
Max
show.
Fine is working the craft services.
Max Fine is eating craft services.
Max Fine is there somehow.
Season 2, as a favor, Max Fine will be in it, dressed up as like a cow.
Yeah,
He got him an animal extra role. His Max Fine is a bird. He's in the background.
All right, Max Fine. Just flap.
Flap.
Flap and go, caw. And then he'll find a way to do that instead of caw.
No, that's a good bird sound.
No.
Did I tell you about finding out that I'm a good tracker?
I don't think you ever found that out, and if you did, I think you're wrong.
I can't tell someone something that's not true, so no. I can't. No, when we were in Costa Rica, we were doing, you go on like a walk.
We were trying to find that fucking monkey.
Well, no, to be honest.
Good for you. Stand up for your girl.
To be honest, the only, after like a bunch of research.
Stand by your man.
Stand by your Dan. And not
Stand
by
your Dan. And then he'll let you get bit by a monkey.
Yeah. No, these other tours amped up this monkey.
Yeah.
And then we walked up and we were like, oh, cool, a monkey's running towards us. And then it was like, another human, fuck you. Fucking dick. Also, we have a video of us walking through right before we saw the monkey.
Yeah.
And you can see in the background that these other tourists are messing with a monkey.
Oh,
yeah.
In what way? Sexually?
Trying to like get selfies with it.
Were they trying to like jerk the monkey
They're
off?
trying to jerk the monkey off.
Trying to get some monkey cum?
No, so the monkey bit my girlfriend, and then we have photos of the monkey right after, and it's going like looks rabid.
It's got foam.
It's going, and she posted like all her photos.
Was the monkey mean before it bit her? Did she do
our
something?
first interaction with that monkey was it biting her?
And you had nothing before that?
No, it had been amped up by those other tourists.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then by the time we walked up to it, it was like, these people are gonna like mess with me.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck around. And I'll tell you what, they're gonna fuck around and find out.
Monkey business.
FAFO.
FAFO. FIFO.
1312.
Man, but you don't want to get bit by a monkey. Oh wait, what was I talking about?
The monkey.
No, something before the monkey.
It was about the fucking monkey.
It's something.
We've been
not
talking about this monkey for a while.
George Raft.
Yeah, if it's not George Raft, then it was the monkey. I feel like those are the only topics we've covered today.
And how they need to build that wall. Oh yeah, no. The only thing that we had left to do for rabies shit, 'cause you just get a bunch of shots and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's no way to test or anything. So the only thing we could do, hypothetically, is if I would have killed that monkey, we could have looked at its brain, and then we would know. And ironically, the day before, I'd been trying to buy a machete for $4 American.
That's a great price.
And Whitney was like, "You can't have a machete."
Yes, you can.
And I was like, "No, it'd be great. Well, I'll be able to like open coconuts on the beach."
Or were you planning on taking it home with you?
I was gonna think about it, but also like it's so cheap, I can just leave it.
Yeah, you can leave it. Yeah.
That'd be funny. It's just around the airport, and it's like weed people
they
left
have like
a
the
machete.
amnesty bag, and you're just dumping a machete in it. Has anyone ever like just put a gun in the amnesty bag?
Wait, that's what they have a thing for that?
Yeah, there's an amnesty.
Oh,
bag
I just
where
meant
it's
around like when we returned our rental car. I just ran into the bushes.
Maybe I'm thinking of jail. Actually, I might be thinking of jail.
No, I just ran into the bushes and like threw the bowl and shit into the bush. And then when we were getting our rental car place was giving us like a shuttle back to the airport. And then it was this guy.
Did you find weed in Costa Rica?
I was able to get some, although I should have gotten it from this other place. I had an opportunity to get some, and then I was like, I don't want to wait around 15 minutes. Yeah. And then the next day I waited around an hour for worst weed. No, but so I ditched the bowl and the weed in like these bushes, and then when we were in the shuttle, I went, hey man, I don't know if you smoke weed or anything. And the driver went like, what? No, I don't at all. And then I went, oh, okay. Well, I saw some weed in the bushes. I don't know who put it there.
Trying to hook them up.
Yeah.
Hey, good for you. That's nice. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. But no, I would have just done that, but with a machete.
I don't know if you like chopping shit.
I don't know if you ever need to get out of a jam. But there's a monkey's skull, blood-covered machete. And some weed by the bushes.
Oh, you were saying you found out you were a good tracker. How did you find that out?
Oh, wait, no, but that machete thing. So truly, if she would have let me get that machete, this whole thing could be done now.
You would have killed that monkey.
And instead, I would have been in like court.
You think you could kill a monkey?
I'd chop its fucking head off. You know what's wild is there's so many...
Could you really catch a monkey and hold it down and like chop its head off?
Oh, I would.
And do you think you would even
hold it? I'd be doing wild swings.
No, I don't think that's how that works. But would you really know deep? Do you think deep down you would have known it was the right monkey? Like a monkey.
Well, it would have been right there. We also have a photo of it.
Oh, so you would have already like had them. Well, you did, but you didn't know.
I would have had to have had
later.
The instinct.
Yeah, you didn't know until later that you could chop the monkey's head off. You would have had to go back and find that monkey again.
And to be honest, I don't know.
You said you're a good tracker.
That's true.
I don't know. You still haven't told me why you think that.
Yeah, that is true. No, but the monkey, that is true because my instinct in that moment when she first got bit was to laugh.
Of course.
So my instinct, if I had the machete,
you would have dropped it laughing.
Yeah, and probably maybe that speaks poorly of machetes because maybe if I would have had the machete, I would have looked at every situation. When you have a hammer, everything's a nail.
Everything's a nail.
So when you got a machete,
everything's a coconut.
Yeah, maybe I would have just been bumped into a guy on the street and chopped his head off.
Fuck you.
Yeah. You're trying to hit people with a machete, but it's a shitty tourist machete and you don't realize it.
It just bounces off their neck.
And then some guy beats the shit out of me.
Dude, I'm bruised.
No, of course you can't cut me with one that has foam Costa Rica in fucking,
it's like a foam finger.
In like a Jokerman font. We're like stapled our face onto the side. No, man, but I'm a good tracker.
Quit just saying it. Tell me how the fuck you know that.
So it started as me making fun of the trackers. Because you go on these tours and there's like a guy, you hire like a local guy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I'll show you like the shit. I'll show you where we
hot wire cars.
No, I'll show you where we tied a sloth to a tree so that we can all
make a living.
Yeah. I'll show you where we stapled a fucking snake to a tree. It's all trees. You know, I saw family raccoons.
Yeah.
And they were...
That's not very unique.
I get this.
There actually aren't a lot of raccoons in Louisville. You notice that?
I have noticed that. Get this, though. In Central America, raccoons live in the trees. So I saw a family of raccoons way the fuck up in a tree.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was wild. And the guy was like, these might not be interesting. But
I was like, no, they all
in a tree. And I was like, no, this is cool.
This is very cool.
No, but it started with me just making fun of that guy, who he told us his name was Enye.
Yeah.
Jesus. And Jesus. His name was Enye Jesus.
Enye Jesus.
And then he went, it's easy to know because my name is just too. I don't know why I'm doxing this guy.
Yeah.
He's like,
but you're promoting his business.
That is true. He was a great tracker. Go take his night tour at 5 p.m. His late night job. No, it is at 8. He was at 8. But he told us, he's like, my name is easy to remember because it's just 2 letters, N-A, and then Jesus. And then the next day I couldn't remember his name, and I was like, QT Jesus. Can I talk to QT Jesus?
Can I talk to Cutie Jesus?
QT Jesus. He said it's 2 letters and Jesus. No, but I was kind of just making fun of all the trackers. So then when like Whitney and I would be like walking alone, I would just be like, shh, listen, like doing that type of thing.
Doing racist accents in front of this
essentially.
man.
But then it kept working.
What do you mean working?
I'd like find an animal. I'd be like, look. And then I'd like be doing that, and then I'd be pointing, and then we'd be like, oh wait, there's a big old turkey thing.
Look at that.
In the woods.
Some wild fowl.
A coati.
Wild fowl.
Wild fowl. Guy playing baseball poorly. Listen, man playing baseball poorly.
Foul ball. Ding.
I thought we did talk about this because I thought I was joking about him being a wingman at a nightclub or a bar.
Yeah.
And he's just like, listen, she said she's recently single.
Smell.
Look, no ring.
No ring.
Yeah.
Smell. Wet pussy.
Wet pussy. Then he pulls out a big camera and he's like, I will take your picture if you want.
He's like, listen, ice clinking. Go buy her a drink.
Go buy a drink. Yeah, exactly. That type of shit. No, but I was doing those types of bits, but then I kept finding shit. I'd be like, look, sloths eat these leaves. And then I'd look up and be like, oh, there's a sloth.
Oh, there actually is a sloth.
Yeah.
I think you're just confusing being in a rainforest with being a good tracker.
No, because I was doing it in West Virginia, too.
It's like walking through a botanical garden and
I know
being
where
like,
the flowers
I'm a
are.
botanist.
Yeah. I can read these signs and then look for the picture that correlates with the one I'm looking at.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, but I was doing it in West Virginia.
You were looking at sloths in West Virginia with Cutie Jesus?
Cutie Jesus. I said, QT Jesus, you come up here. I said, hey, can I get QT Jesus?
You sound like me when I read Hatchet in 5th grade, where I'm like, I could survive in Alaska.
No, I call up the Monteverde night jungle walk tours, and I go, can I talk to QT Jesus? And they go, N.A. Jesus, and I go, Jesus isn't available. Not available, Jesus.
Not applicable, but whatever.
Okay, you're right. Non-alcoholic Jesus. I'll take 2.
I'll take 2.
I love liquid.
No, your experience as trying to be a tour guide has been entirely unsuccessful so far. So I
What
don't
do you
think
mean?
you should.
Because my girlfriend got bit by a monkey.
Because because of your thing with when you were trying to be a tour guide for Old Louisville and you did the tanning thing,
Oh.
which is still probably the dumbest thing you've ever.
How
told
do you
me
know
about
about
yourself.
that?
You told me it, you idiot.
So there's a we live in a historical neighborhood.
You told me on the podcast.
Oh, really?
But yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, no. Remind the folks at home
No,
what
I
a
was
fucking moron
when I
you
first
are.
moved to Louisville as a bright, bushy-tailed 22-year-old. I hadn't yet gotten my surgery. My tail less bushy.
I was like
they
Jack-
can't remove it.
I was like Jason Alexander in that
Yeah.
movie.
Seinfeld, the movie.
Seinfeld the film.
But no, I was trying to get a job at a historical mansion as a tour guide, and then I did a very successful like interview. And then they're talking about the mansion, and I go, "What did this guy do? What was his business?" And they went, "The tanning business." And then I went, people were getting tans in 1800. It's like, what did he sell, like lotion? Because they didn't have like beds back then. And then this lady's just staring at me like, all right, well, I can throw this resume in the trash.
Listen.
He did leather tanning. And I said, people wanted their cows to look good.
People wanted fucking sexy cows.
People wanted their cows to get ready for beach season.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know the fucking barnyard had a beach season.
Yeah.
I really spent my time saying
that'd be
barnyard.
a fun, like, kids' cartoon, barnyard beach season. It's like pigs and stuff, they go to the beach.
Barnyard
Barnyard.
tales. Burn your tails.
Barnyard beach season.
Burn your tails.
Hang 10. It's a fucking goat.
You're like, I only have 7.
What?
I don't know. How many fucking claws are on a
Hang
hoof?
10 is like a cool thing to say in a beach town, but less cool to say in a southern racist town that
Not
still
great
practices.
to say in
You keep looking at a thing. You get
I don't know what I
emails?
do, but it's not acting. It's me.
Oh, you're still reading?
Suppose that I'm
Raft.
supposed to hate a guy. Then I think of somebody I hate and visualize them instead of the actor. Same way when I'm supposed to be in love with the heroine. I think of a girl I could be crazy about. And though I'm saying to the actress, I love you, darling, all the time I'm thinking of the other party.
He's just like, that's not acting. You just described acting.
That's just what I think this guy just doesn't know what acting is.
Like, what does he think it is? Is that...
Yeah, that's true. What does he think everyone else is doing?
Yeah.
What is in his mind?
Was he just the first actual actor and everyone else is like, we try to say the lines loud and fast and sort of British? And then
Everyone
he's like,
looked
I'm not an actor. I just fucking...
Everyone looked to Raft.
I just try to feel the vibe.
Let's look at first suspension.
Was he in anything as an old man? Like maybe he's an old guy in Caddyshack or something?
Raft refused to appear in the story of Temple Drake with Mary Ann Hopkins.
Was
And
he in
I
Temple
get that.
Grandin?
I get that.
Yeah, Mary Hopkins fucking...
As he
stinky
did
on
not
set,
want to
but
play a
demeanor.
sadist.
I'm gonna look up George Raft nude.
It's not that I mind being the guy on the wrong side of the law, but I want you to...
Do you think anyone has ever posted about George Raft on Reddit?
I don't think
Like
so.
if I've searched George Raft on Reddit.
Look up r/George Raft.
What if George Raft himself was strong as a bull? Oh, they talk about George Raft in The Sopranos? Is that why you fucking know about this?
I don't know anything about this guy until today.
Where did this name come from?
We found it somehow. I can't fucking
Alka-Seltzer.
remember. Yeah, Alka-Seltzer.
We still need to figure out if that guy's a drunk. He died in 1968.
Yeah, so I don't think he was in
And if
anything.
I had the New York Times machine, I could... That's what they call it.
Decline as a star.
I have to subscribe for $1 a week. You know, people sometimes are like, a $5 comedy show, you guys got to value yourselves more. The New York Times is out here like, if you give us $1.
You can read our award-winning journalism.
You can read some of the most famous journalism.
Meanwhile, I
in the
can
world.
get people to cough up fucking $5 to see Dave Waite.
Are you the new promo guy for Dave Waite?
Yes.
Hard job.
3 films for Lippert Pictures.
I say, Dave, wait. Come back in like a few more months.
Dave, wait. Just wait.
Just wait.
Dave, wait.
You were just
Wait.
here and it didn't go well. Just wait, Dave.
He was one of the many guest stars in Around the World in 80 Days.
Dave Waite?
After the film...
You could add both of these guys to that thing where it's like Tom waits while Jeremy irons and whatever. And Dave also waits, and George is a Raft.
Hey, he was in 27 episodes of I'm the Law.
I'm the law. What is that show?
He spoofed his tough guy image in a comedy sketch on the Jack Benny program.
So he was a tough guy?
3 episodes of you. Have you not seen a picture of him?
This 5'7".
He did an episode of Batman.
Which Batman?
Which
Who'd he
Bat-
play in Batman?
Well, it's called Black Widow Strikes Again, so I'm gonna assume he played Black Widow.
Black Widow sounds like a lady though.
I know. That was the joke. Thank you.
He was in one episode of the Chicago Teddy Bears.
Which was his last TV acting roles.
Chicago Teddy Bears. Yo, that shit sounds awesome. Oh, he's a controversy. I didn't know you could have a controversy section on your Wikipedia back then. That's not a good thing. That's not. You don't want that.
His career really fucking took a turn. Raft was hired by Santo Traficante Jr. to work as a greeter at the Capri Casino in Havana, Cuba, at which he was also a part owner. However, Fidel Castro took command of the country and closed all of its casinos, and Raft was in Havana on the night when the rebels arrived. That'd be like if Ronan had really been in Ukraine.
Yeah,
like,
he was.
I'll take this shitty job.
No, man, George Raft, he's a criminal, apparently. He was like a mafia man.
Links to criminal figures.
Yeah. They wouldn't even
Tax
let him
evasion.
into the UK.
He gave evidence when Bugsy Siegel was on trial. He was sued by an attorney in Australia for assault. This guy is just traveling the globe getting in trouble. What the fuck?
I get into some wicked scams. We're going to find out he was also buried in Elkhart, Indiana.
So Mickey Cohen said that he wanted Raft to play him in any film about his life because the others would portray me as a vicious gangster, but George would not. He'd do the right thing. I'm a nice guy. I'm a good dude, okay?
No, George Raft would play himself. George Raft doesn't act. We've already established George Raft doesn't act. He just figures out what that character would think or feel.
George would just be George.
Yeah.
Raft died from emphysema at the age of 79 in Los Angeles.
Uh-oh. Maybe you should think about that with your cigarettes.
Raft left behind no will, and his estate consisted of only a $10,000 insurance policy and some furniture.
Some furniture. I got a fucking ottoman, desk.
In the last years of his life, he had lived on approximately $800 a month. Combination of Social Security and his pension.
What is that in today's money, though? $800 a month, 1980 money. 1980.
Raft's personal effects and wardrobe were sold through a classified advertisement listing the lot for $800 in Hemming Motor News.
Hemming Motor News.
It's a car magazine, and he's selling his fucking armoire and his fucking tweed jacket.
Hey, how much do you
How much do I think that is now?
No, how much do you live off of a month?
How much do I live off of a month? I live fucking easy breezy, baby. I don't pay shit on dick.
Yeah. Well, I hope not. But how much money do you need if you just ballpark it?
I would probably need about $900.
So do you think you needed less or more than George Raft in the dying days? Because they made it sound like he's poor.
Accounting for inflation?
My man's pulling in $3,000
a
month.
I'm living big.
I know.
I'd buy a house.
Yeah, they're making George Raft sound like a damn bum.
What the fuck are they doing this to George Raft for?
Yeah.
I'm tired of this George Raft slander.
There's probably that
facing in this
Australian
world.
journalist or attorney or whatever the fuck. You beat him up. He's like, I'm maxing, baby. I got over $2,000 a month. I'm rocking.
Man,
and I'm old.
Imagine assaulting someone so bad that you get arrested in 1946. Like, that's almost, it had to have been pretty fucking close to murder.
This is awesome. I want, imagine you're so famous that you're just like, yeah, and in 1952 he punched a guy. He punched a man.
He's been sued for... This website is very poorly designed. Sued for $100,000.
He tried to kill James Cagney.
That's awesome. How the fuck have I never...
This is great. When James Cagney became president of the SAG in 1942, he took a role in the Guild's fight against the mafia. And as we all know, George Raft was not in the mafia.
It was not in the mafia at all.
Wink, wink.
No way.
Cagney's wife, Billy, once received a phone call telling her that Cagney was dead. Cagney alleged that having failed to scare him, the mob sent a hitman to kill him by dropping a heavy light on his head.
I don't know what that means.
They're going to drop a big lamp. On hearing about the rumor of the hit, George Raft allegedly made a call to have the hit can. There's a lot of alleges.
There's so many
this
alleges.
Whole paragraph, it could not exist.
Yeah. Yeah, and then right above it, look, just scroll up. So many citations needed. I feel like, dude, I want a fucking George Raft biopic.
Yo,
dude.
remember how much the Alka-Seltzer shit talks about George Raft? Well, listen to this. This is all you get. In early 1970s, Raft appeared in an Alka-Seltzer television commercial as a prison inmate, comma, and then just on to more shit. They don't even get, Alka-Seltzer don't even get a full, that's how wild George Raft's life is. Is that crazy fucking Alka-Seltzer ad. Doesn't even get a full sentence. It has to share a sentence with him being a Goodwill ambassador for the Riviera Hotel. Oh, he also moved into an apartment in Century City.
Raft was meant to appear in It's a Pleasure to Lose, based on the life of Nick the Greek.
No.
Commonly known as Nick the Greek, was a Greek professional gambler and high roller.
Remember that classic
I would love for that to
joke?
be my, like, on my resume.
I'm going to put that on my business card.
High roller.
I'm a comedian, podcaster, high roller.
Yeah, and like the next time I have to go to a job interview, which I actually have to go to right now, clearly.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's your alarm.
Stop it.
That's your alarm to remember to tape the Chicago Teddy Bears.
Stop it.
Is Chicago Teddy Bears just like a kid's version of the Chicago Bears?
Yes.
Like an animated show?
It's the Little League for the Chicago Bears.
I'm the Fringe. Some little kid.
I want to be a high roller. You ever think about becoming a professional gambler?
Oh, yeah. You go and get
You know how to play poker?
Get in a room in Vegas. Bring all my
You know how to play poker?
stuff. No, I'm afraid I'd be good at it.
That's the weirdest. That's the dumbest.
Well, ever since I became a great tracker. No, I ever said, well, I can't track. I can find stuff.
I asked that jockey, I was like, I heard once that long shots do well on wet tracks. And she goes, well, yeah, that's actually kind of broadly true. Yeah.
She went, who told you that?
I was like, I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Yeah. Yo, do you think she would ever take a dive for us?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Just a jockey clearly steering their horse
Just
like,
a
the wrong
jockey.
way.
A jockey who's like, stop it. Stop. Quit running.
Yeah, do you think she would take a dive for us?
Maybe for me.
Well, yeah.
I don't know about us.
Well, no, but that's the perfect thing, because if you go, it's traceable. If I go, I'm just some guy.
You're just some guy.
Just some guy betting on a horse.
I heard long shots do good
I heard,
on a muddy track.
And
they go, sir, it hasn't rained in weeks.
I heard women are good at riding horses.
Listen, women have rid my hog pretty well, so they can't ride a horse?
Sir, you said hog.
Well, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Do you want to fuck my wife?
Yeah. Look over there. And run through. Can you do that in court? Look over there.
And just run. Just get out of the jury box.
Let the record show that nothing was over there. I want that stricken from the record, sir. And everyone should look over there.
just someone being like...
The bailiff is just standing firm with like his head not
I'd
moving.
love to look over at the judge as like a witness and be like, there's actually something on your robe. And then just do the nose thing. Gotcha!
Yo, can you just look at the judge and roll your eyes when other people are getting this? Can you believe this shit? I'm talking to the judge.
Dude.
I'm having a private conversation with my friend.
I'm just talking to my buddy.
I'm talking to the judge. Leave us alone. You can't all get mad at us.
It's so mad at me.
At us. At the judge and I. Our team.
We're happy, okay? Quit being mad at me.
We're the team.
Just like move on, man. Like we're happy together.
I'm trying to hang out with my buddy, the judge. You're over here talking about murder.
It's fucking disgraceful.
You're over here accusing his friend of murder. Yeah, that'd be a good way for your judge to just get out of work
No, I met that guy before.
Yeah, when someone comes in, just be like, Tony! You're like, well, I get to go home.
Judge, who just never works.
I get to bounce.
Judge, who was like, listen, I'm sure he doesn't remember, but I saw him at the aquarium and we talked to the gift shop.
You guys think jury duty's bad? I'm here fucking...
I'm up here on fucking judge duty.
I'm up here all the time. Yeah, does a judge ever get jury duty?
It's true. Can a judge go on jury duty? Or are they exempt? Imagine being on jury duty and one of them is a judge. It would be exhausting.
Yeah, because you're trying to convince him that like this is a serious case.
This actually matters.
And he's just partying.
Yeah, he's like, whatever, man. It's a fucking DUI. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit, man? I fucking dealt with a pedophile who fucked a kid and then killed him.
Oh my God.
You're over here because what? Some guy parties?
Someone parties.
And then he puts his sunglasses on.
Yeah.
I'm partying too.
The judge.
Just like opens a Mick Ultra, fucking chugs it.
He's got the gavel and he's got a beer bottle held sideways.
Oh man, that would be awesome.
He's gonna knock the cap off with the gavel.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
A bottle opener.
The gavel. I think there's a judge's gavel within I don't know where.
It is somewhere. It's usually around
There's one
here.
within arm's distance
It's
of one.
It's usually a lot closer.
It's very stressful. This room's too messy. None of us can find our judge's gavels.
Dude, you gotta tidy up. I can't find my gavel.
I feel like there's a Rubik's Cube somewhere. Where are my gavels? Maybe they're in the living room.
Did you just say "ulls"?
I got two. I have two.
Did you just say "ulls"?
Yeah. Bulls. I knew he had calves, but bulls.
I don't know why that.
I got gravels, gavels.
I don't know why that tickled me so much.
Because I stopped time and tickled your belly.
I had a little. I gave you a raspberry. Paramount wanted Raft to appear in St. Louis Blues, but he refused and was replaced by Lloyd Nolan.
Oh, that's what got Nolan his big star.
Not a clickable Wikipedia page. Raft is Hollywood's authority on walkouts, wrote one columnist. He was suspended again, then allowed to do a comedy. Which is how comedy should be approached. Yeah. Listen, we'll allow you to do a comedy.
You've been behaving well, Seth Rogen. We'll let you have one.
We'll allow you a comedy. Pineapple Express 2.
He was in Pineapple Express, George Raft?
George Raft directed Pineapple Express. God.
He's like, I'll fucking leave if y'all don't let Ken Jeong
But
be
he was allowed to do a comedy, The Ladies from Kentucky.
Oh, that's where I know him from. I knew this guy. I'm a big LFK fan.
And it's about a failing bookie. This guy is really
well, yeah, he doesn't act.
Typecast.
He doesn't act.
I guess it's easy to be typecast if you don't act.
We want you to play the role of the guy who got the role in the movie. Perfect.
Perfect. Oh man, he wins a racetrack on a gambling thing. And
you gotta get a George Raft T-shirt,
dude. I am buying one. Let's look up George Raft merch.
Yeah, get a tote. Get a cool flat brimmed hat. George Raft merch.
Can I win like his? I want to buy his body. A lot of these are. You know what? I'm gonna go on eBay and look up George Raft. Because I feel like I could get... How much is a George Raft headshot? Because you've got all this dumb bullshit hanging
I'm going to look up George Raft guitar tabs. See if I can...
So there's a vintage press photo for $157.
Wow.
That's much more than I expected.
That's a lot.
Everything else is much cheaper.
This is your Grateful Dead cassette.
Whoa. None of these. Okay, so the fifth result is a 2007 George Washington dollar mint error.
I'm surprised it's not giving you stuff where it's like a George Washington shaped raft.
That would be fun.
Or like,
and a lot of these are bulk.
A George Bush commemorative pool toy.
A lot of these are bulk DVD sets. With that, probably I imagine one of them includes a movie that George Raft was in.
No, maybe they're just all. Maybe people buy.
They're just all George Raft.
That's what I do. Is I go buy up old VHSs and then I sell them as box sets. Where I'm like getting 90s.
This was $1,200. Okay, so yeah, a signed autograph is way more than I thought it was going to be. It's
just George Raft's
$1,200. Oh, this one's a candid photo.
Well, it's because of the mafia.
But you can't even see him in it. So that's not
very candid.
That's very
You're
candid.
like, George, you didn't even know we were taking this photo of you, did you?
Vintage George Raft Lux Soap giveaway portrait. He looks so handsome.
It's made out of soap?
He looks so This one is signed.
How much for that one?
$10.
Let's buy it.
Should I buy it right now?
Oh, yeah. Give your card info in?
Is he $5 shipping?
So it's $15.
I don't know if that's a real signature, though.
Well, compared to the other George Raft signatures. It's simple, Eric.
Oh, wait, one of these went down to... One of these is a naked lady. Now I'm confused.
Just buying
Hold on.
pornography.
Now I'm just going to buy a black and white picture of this lady.
Eric's going to buy the...
Anna Mae Wong, beautiful portrait number 8244.
Yeah.
How many? She was beautiful. Imagine being that beautiful that many times.
That would be spectacular.
How many times do you think you've been beautiful?
I don't think I've ever titled a file or a photo "Beautiful Dan."
Do you think, if you had to think back, she does look beautiful in this picture?
Can I see? Let's potentially unplug all of the mics just to look at a photo of a woman from the old days.
She does look beautiful.
She's a beautiful woman, but when is this from?
1820, 40.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can tell that it's from the 1800s because the nipples.
The nipples are very... They did have different nipples
They're
back
vintage
then.
nipples.
They worked on nipples. We're not unplugging it.
Vintage nips.
They did have different nipples back then.
What do you think nipples will be like in the future?
Now I am really just looking... Now I'm falling down a real big pornography hole. Captivating headdress. Nude. I did Easter with my parents.
You shower with your friends at school.
And I brought the lady.
Don't you live at your parents' house?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Mostly stay with the lady these days.
Okay.
Not mostly.
Because that'd be funny if you lived at your parents' house still, and then you were like, "We're doing Easter." You and two people you live with, no siblings to come over.
Nothing. Yeah. Easter dinner.
Just one day where you all agree to dress a little nicer.
Easter dinner with the fam. No, I did do like a Christmas there when I lived there, and it was like a joke. Like it was such a joke where I was like, "Do I really have to put on pants for this? Like
yeah,
I am not taking
a sweater.
I'm not taking my sweatpants off."
And go sit on the floor by the tree and pass out the presents.
No presents. There were no
big
presents.
Stocking,
we haven't done presents
big
in a long
for
time.
Dad.
I always tell them, I'm like, stop. Like, I don't want anything from you guys.
Yeah.
We're done with that. I'm a grown man. I live with you guys. I'm a grown man.
I don't need anything.
I don't need anything from you guys. I live here for free. I've got it all figured out, okay? What do I fucking need from you guys?
I live here or with whatever woman I haven't annoyed yet.
Whatever woman I haven't had an STD scare with yet.
They got salmonella.
This is like the Army Hammer episode we deleted.
Yeah. Well, he was our first big guest, but I think he was bad timing.
And that he was putting time on a woman while we were talking to him.
Yeah, we said you're doing
You're
bad.
like, that's bad timing.
This is bad timing. Save that for the potatoes.
Don't put that on that woman's bite wound. What happened here?
Holy shit.
Why'd you bring this girl here?
All right, now let's check.